Goliath. Gentlemen, welcome to the Troll Market.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Omega Files. I'm your host, Dr. Freedom. Tonight we've gathered to talk about the sequel to the 2004 movie Hellboy with 2008's Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. All right, first let's get intros from everybody. Let's get hey there, hi there, ho there's from everyone. Let's start with Graham.
I've heard you just can't smile without me, so here I am. Hey, yo.
I can't smile without you. Oh. All right, next up, AJ.
Hello from down under.
All right, Phillip.
Good evening and welcome.
William.
Hey now, how you doing, everybody?
And Lady Neo.
Hi.
Okay, so this was a pretty different take from the first movie. You know, for some reason, now maybe it was just me, Hellboy got shorter. Did anyone else notice that? He got like 6 inches shorter. Suddenly, Selma Blair is not burning blue anymore. She's burning orange, and babies are being talked about. Okay, let's get opening thoughts from everyone. Let's start with Phillip. Opening thoughts on Hellboy 2.
Okay, initially, when I first knew we were going to do this, I said that this was the better of the two films. After seeing it tonight, I'm beginning to reverse that feeling, because I'm thinking to myself that the original one is a lot more entertaining than this one actually is. The only good thing about it for me was whenever Luke Goss came on and did all these little backflips and fightings and stuff like that. That was entertaining. And in regard to Hellboy, there was something different about him. It is, as you say, he wasn't so gung-ho as he was in the original film. It just seemed a little bit more flatter than what the original film was for me.
Yeah, there was definitely a different tone to this movie, I noticed right off the bat. It was much lighter than the first movie. It wasn't as dark. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, let's go to AJ.
I didn't like this movie as much as the first one. It didn't have the same feel or impact to it. I didn't notice the Hellboy is that little bit shorter. I did notice the blue flame thing, so that kind of peeved me a little bit. But other than that, yeah, I guess it was an alright movie for what it was.
Okay, next up, let's go to William.
I loved it the same as the first one, and it took a while for this one to get made because I think the studio that did the first one went out of business, so Universal had to pick this one up. And I see that it has more mythology. I don't say Roman or Greek mythology. You can say like it shows more like the realm of fairies and stuff like that, and of course the Golden Army, how long they've been around and why they were created in the first place. So this one does stands out, and it's a great movie.
And not to mention John Hurt getting a starring role for being in the movie all of 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was good to see.
Same as Merlin. You got a credit for 5 years.
Yeah, he was in the credits no matter what, just for saying Merlin. You know. Okay, next up, Lady Neo.
Let's see, Golden Army. Now, if you compare it to the first one, yes, it's not as good. But if you leave it and you say, okay, first one was good, but if you say, just watch this one on your own, without watching the first one, you can say, wow, this is really interesting. The mythology with the Golden Army, the elves, the creatures underground, saying, look, there's more out there than just Hellboy and that Rasputin character. There's all these different kind of creatures, especially this, I don't know what it was, some kind of weird man-woman creature, I guess, had boobs, I don't know what it was. But that was an interesting creature, that one that Hellboy punched with his, it was a stone hand, that was cool. And the lady that was scared of canaries or something, that was cool. I like that aspect of it, all the different creatures. And how they looked, how they didn't, when he went down there on that underground, weren't scared of them. It was just a normal day thing for them. That's what I liked of it.
Okay, next up, Graham.
I'll agree with Will. I enjoyed this more or less the same as I enjoyed the first one. You're right in the sense that whereas the first one was more gothic and a bit darker, this one was more fantasy driven. But I enjoyed it nevertheless. There was a lot to enjoy in this. You know, as Phil mentioned, you've got Luke Goss and his backflips like something out the Matrix. You've got various huge shout out to the wee Northern Irish troll with no legs. I really got a kick out of that. Ron Perlman and the rest of the crew, just as good as ever, but we'll get to that later on. Oh no, not bad for a sequel, but a bit more kid friendly, if such a movie can be.
I know this movie. One thing that I loved about it is all the little details that were in it. If you get a chance on the DVD for the Golden Army, there's actually a walkthrough of the set they use for the troll market, and every single last little thing, right down to the doorknobs, is detailed. It's just scary. Like anybody else here recognize who played the King of the Elves in this movie?
The old man.
Yeah, Roy Dotrice.
Roy Dotrice.
And guess what? Now here's another detail that I didn't notice until later. All of his lines, every single last one, were in Gaelic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like ancient Gaelic. Now, that small detail right there, that's something in a movie that just really throws me, because here's this guy, I think he was already in his 80s. He had to learn all his lines in Gaelic. You know, it's like, that's no easy feat for anybody. But, okay, let's go ahead. Let's go for favorite characters. Let's start with Lady Neo this time. Are you with us?
Oh, I'm sorry. Barry Manilow. Anyways, was it Abe Sapien, Hellboy, Liz? Oh, that woman that was the thing of death, that awesome creature, the angel of death. Oh, beautiful creature.
You mean Doug Jones?
Yeah. Doug Jones played 3 roles.
Who else? John Alexander. He was that guy in the suit.
Oh, which particular creature?
Johann Kraus.
Yes.
Johann, yeah.
That guy was awesome. I like how he can get, poof, and he can get into anybody's body with his smoke or something.
He's ectoplasm.
Yeah.
Oh, ectoplasm. Okay. I'll call it ectoplasm. I call it something.
Yep, voiced by the amazing
Seth
Seth
MacFarlane. About it. Everybody else was really good.
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane doing the voice, and the scary part is. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's a. Oh, Graham. I like the elves, but that whole thing about one of them getting hurt and the other one feeling it is stupid.
That was because they're twins, so they could feel each other's wounds.
The scary part is it almost had a Lannister thing. The scary part is the way they were relating to each other. They almost had like a Lannister thing going there, kind of scary.
Yeah. Why is it when I looked at Luke Goss as the prince, I was getting visions of what's his face, Daenerys, his brother. I'm going, ooh. But here we go.
Scary part is, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pass it off to you, Graham. Who are your favorite characters in this movie?
Bloody hell, Manning. I always have a soft spot for Manning. He's trying to do his job, and these guys are going out blood and thunder, exposing themselves to the public. I loved the bit he's trying to bribe him with the Cuban cigars. If you go incognito and invisible, you'll get more of these. Good, bad. Always have a good time with Manning. As you mentioned, Seth MacFarlane as Kraus. Jeez, man. Oh. That daft German lingo, every time you hear it, you just hear Klaus the Goldfish from American Dad. And you're like, funny as hell. Stereotypical German up until the end, when his human side is revealed with the marbles and whatnot. But Abe Sapien, you know what? I enjoyed his character in both the movies. The only minor gripe I've got in this sequel was They probably would have been better letting Doug Jones play him in the first one rather than having David Hyde Pierce dub the voice. Because the unfortunate thing when it came to the second one was that it sounded as if Doug Jones was trying to imitate David Hyde Pierce to me. So that's just a minor gripe. But other than that, he was great in the role. Can't complain.
Now, scary trivia fact that I heard when like I said, I went back and I actually watched this with the commentary on, and turns out Seth MacFarlane speaks fluent German. I never knew. I was like, wow. Okay, next up, let's go to AJ.
Okay, favorite characters: Hellboy, obviously. Manning, trying to bribe Hellboy with the cigars. Abe Sapien. To me, he looked a bit different in this movie, though. His body, the colors were more bold and defined.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Krause. He was brilliant. Apparently, he based the voice of Krause on Jeremy Irons from Die Hard 1.
Oh, there you go.
So it sounded a lot like him, actually, too. I like the Tooth Fairies. They were pretty wicked. Sitting there with a little tooth, the sound of soaring through them. That was pretty cool. So, yeah.
Okay, next up, Phlllip.
Well, like I said before about Luke Goss, I loved his character in this, and he was the star of the movie for me all the way through. I like as Neo said, I did like the twin aspect thing where one is hurt, if one gets hurt, the other one bears the scars as well. And I did like the troll creature with the wheels. I don't know if he had some sort of trolley on his back or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was. I liked him. He was quite funny and weird.
Where's my?
But that death creature was scary as hell. That was a horrible thing to look at. I was like, I don't want to look at it. It's wonderful prosthetic makeup. That's brilliant. So I like that. That was cool as well.
Yep. Also, Doug Jones, and he also played the Chamberlain, the guy who was, trying to get the prince to put his arms down before he went into the throne room.
Oh, the one who had a face that looked like a bent thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, William.
Of course, Doug Jones, he stood out, and he's finally showed that he actually liked it. Another species that was pretty nice. That's how come he kept burning that Barry Manilow song over and over. Those funny little Tooth Fairies, they stood out, and it was funny. Even though they small, they would eat you up in a heartbeat. That's how much they love calcium. Hellboy, he was good on it. And then, later on we find out that he's gonna. And not a spoiler, so this movie is over 10 years old. That he's gonna become a father, which is a good thing. It's a shame that we never got a third one because I would love to see his reaction for him becoming a father. Everybody stood out good. It was a great movie. The effects there was great. It really stood out.
Well, as we said last week, Ron Perlman's really fighting to get a Hellboy 3 done. And, I'm wishing him the best of luck. I really would like to see it. The cast, when they're talking the commentary, said they love this. Also, if you do get your hands on the DVD or the Blu-ray, there was an epilogue. It was like a comic book animation style epilogue to the movie, in which you have some rich guy who's you see him taking an interest in stuff, and next thing you know, they're at the tomb of Rasputin. And one of the bodies they pull out of there, they find the body of what's his name in the pit, that German assassin Cronin. They're pulling him out, and then Rasputin shows up in that particular thing. And like I said, I'm not spoiling because this thing's been out for years.
Yeah,
I'm saying there was an epilogue made, but it was just like motion picture. It's like comic book animated style. So if you're into those, it's a nice little extra if you get the DVD. Okay, favorite scenes. Let's go for AJ first on this one. Favorite scenes.
The terror of the giant vervoid. That was my favorite scene right there. Every time he got shot, you see like the green blood spraying around, and the flowers and stuff were blooming everywhere. Another one was Krause. He looked like Mysterio from Spider-Man. I don't know if anyone else picked it up, the fog in the helmet and all that. Let's see, another one. Sorry, I wrote a few down. Give me a second. When they're first walking through with Abe Sapien in the beginning of the movie, it reminds me of the opening for Men in Black, where Will Smith is walking through the headquarters. You see all this weird stuff just happening around him. So yeah, that was another favorite part right there.
The scary part is that was all one shot.
I could imagine it.
Up until the point just before the door to Hellboy and Liz's thing blows out, that was all done as one shot. They did that entire walkthrough with cameras going around them, and they actually had guys in the background fighting stuff down and stuff like that before they added the CG and all that in. They had to walk through and do all that in one shot. I don't know how anybody does that. I'd be like, what the hell? Oh, okay.
The only director ever done that was Hitchcock.
I know. It's just amazing. Guillermo del Toro, he's just a very visual guy. He loves getting stuff in like that. Okay, next up. Yeah, you go ahead, Phillip.
Favorite scenes. Yeah, I'm gonna echo AJ's with that verboid creature trying to chase after Hellboy, and I also like the fact that Hellboy's got a baby in his arm throughout all that encounter, and flinging the baby up in the air and then catching it and then blasting the verboid creature. And there was another scene that I really liked. Oh, hang on, it's gone out of my head. I'll come back to it. But that was the main one. Oh no, I got it. That monkey creature with a retractable hand or whatever. I like the scene where he tried to punch Hellboy and his hand gets caught with that grinder machine.
His name is Wink.
Mr. Wink, named after.
I'm not best friends with Wink. I don't know him, but okay. So Mr. Wink, yes, I like his demise.
He was named after Selma Blair's one-eyed dog. That's what the funny part of that was. Yeah.
Wow, that's a bit rough. Oh.
All right, you up next, William.
I like the first scene when they had to deal with the two fairies, because out of that, Hellboy got blasted out the window and the BPRD was revealed to the world, and that really stood out. And he thought he could be a celebrity, but they don't see him like that later on in the movie, so that was pretty good. Then of course when they end up going to Ireland and going inside the rock creature's cave like that and seeing to face the prince like that, those scenes really stood out. That was a great scene. I liked it. That was, I mean, you got to give Guillermo del Toro credit, man. He knows, he got some vision in his head. I would love to see him do some other movies like that.
The scary part is going back to Mr. Wink. He was played by Brian Steele. And here's a guy walking around. There's a lot of scenes, they did CGI enhance it a bit, but that was an actual suit. He was walking around, I think it weighed like 140 pounds, the suit.
Eesh.
And he had to train in it and all that before they even shot a single scene with it. And plus, they said the fist did come out and it did retract. And all that. So there were scenes where you see the thing chaining back up. That wasn't CGI. That was an actual fist being pulled back in for a machine. It's just, I love this when they go with practical effects more than CGI, because even though it helps CGI, it's nice to get good practical stuff in there. Okay, let's go to you, Lady Neo. Your favorite scenes?
My favorite scene is when Hellboy and I think it's what you said, Joe Strauss, guy in the suit, and they were in the locker room and he punched him and his smoke came out and he got all in the lockers and he was beating the crap out of Hellboy.
I forgot about that scene. Yeah, that was funny.
I couldn't stop laughing.
I think I can take you.
Oh, sorry. I know. What was the other scene? Of course, the Barry Manilow one, but the other one. Crap. When they go and meet the Angel of Death, and she just like that. I was like, oh, kind of, went the other way there for a minute. I had to like pause the DVD for a minute, catch my breath.
Yeah, once again, Doug Jones, and what's weird about Guillermo del Toro's characters, they always, especially his beast ones, they always seem to have eyes on everywhere but their face. That's just weird. Okay, you up next, Graham.
Well, Neo stole my thunder with the first scene I was going to mention, obviously the locker room scene. I don't know how many times I get pounded with the lockers, but I was more upset for the fact that he was spilling his beer. I mean, my God, what a waste of quality beer, man. Never mind the fact he was getting his ass kicked with all these lockers. The poor
He,
beer.
he didn't have to worry. He had a locker full of beer.
Yeah, yeah. What else was there? You had the scene just before they got to obviously the troll market where they're in the alleyway and they're hunting down the old Scottish troll. She's gonna eat the cat. You will wait for my order. She's gonna eat the cat. You know. Release the canary. Yeah, no. That was quite good as well. Then obviously we get to Northern Ireland, you know, and you get the wee troll who took them to the Angel of Death. You know, he's wheeling his wheelbarrow because he's no legs. This is as far as I could take you. I have problems with stairs. And you're going, yes, very good. And then of course you get the Kraus infecting obviously one of the Golden Army members and kicking butt at one of them. You know, pretty good scene, the whole Golden Army battle at the end, you know, with all the robots. But does anybody else have a feeling that they look like TikTok at Return to Oz? Anybody? Huh? Got that kind of vibe for me in terms of the design. But other than that, quality stuff.
Yeah, John Alexander, he has the quote-unquote goblin or whatever, the guy was running around. Yeah. And the scary part is it was him and James Dodd all were in and out of the suit for Kraus during the whole movie. Yep. So I thought that was weird. It's just, you know, I love Guillermo del Toro's stuff because he's always very visual, always very detailed, and he always knows just to get what shot for what. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to open the floor wide up. Anything else anyone want to bring up about Hellboy 2?
Yeah, that funny little tumor that was stuck in the other creature's chest.
The kid.
That was funny.
Yeah, sorry, kid. I'm not a baby. I'm a tumor. Yeah.
That was funny. That was pretty good.
There was a scene in the movie where Liz is walking out the back of the garbage truck and she's talking to Hellboy. She's trying to tell him that she's pregnant. You see in the background there's an ad for a pregnancy. It says, you know, we can do this together. Let's work together. And also, weird, bad parenting. At the end of the movie, Hellboy finds out that she's pregnant and promptly quits his job shortly after that.
You know what? Now that you brought that up, sorry, you finished, AJ. Sorry, you done?
I was going to say the premise for the third Hellboy movie, Hellboy 3, making ends meet. He works at McDonald's. He uses his hand of doom to get fries.
I will say that the ending was a bit of a, you know, oh, come on.
No, well, to be fair, that's my other minor gripe with this movie, was the way it ended, because it was just a rip-off of Cocktail. And everybody knows how I feel about Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, what else was I going to mention? Oh, crap, it's left me. Somebody else. Oh, that's what it was. And then, not so much the Barry Manilow song. It was the lead up to, you know, he busts into Abe's room. You know, he's playing all the love songs and then quickly turns on the classical music. Yeah, and you're going, what are you listening to? Nothing. What's that in your hand? CD. Well, 50 greatest love songs. Woods track, number 8. Oh, God. You're in love. Have a beer. No, have a beer. Yeah. Oh, man. Falling for the princess.
And Abe got drunk.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
That was pretty good, though. You got to give him credit for that.
All right, anyone else?
Well, you know what? The at the end when was some of the character she burned the crown, the crown. So that means the Golden Army's asleep forever. Then
supposedly, yeah.
Unless there's a secondary one tucked away somewhere.
Well, remember the creator of the crown? He was the one with no legs, so he could pick up what's left and make something out of it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Why don't you give me what is mine, friend? Yeah, you know, yeah.
At the auction for the movie, remember when the auctioneer gets that thing on his face? Dream crab.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, dream crab. Yeah.
Okay, so that was Seth MacFarlane who was that guy. Oh.
Yeah, he just did the voice. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
They had 2 different guys in and out of the suit throughout the production, depending on who was available for Kraus. The weirdest part is this movie outgrossed the first film by like $53 million.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They never made a sequel. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's currently outgrossed the first film by over $53 million, And the thing is, it's like they just never got together to make a sequel. Now, I know Ron Perlman's working to do it. Also, there was a prologue, as I said before. It was an epilogue to the movie that was on in the special features if you want to watch it. And it's like, you know, if they did a third movie, you know, would you really want to see Rasputin and Cronin back? I'd like to see something completely different if they did do a third movie.
Yeah.
It'd have to be totally different because they did that in the vein of the Mummy movies. They changed the, you know, we had two mummies movie, and then we had the Dragon King thing. So on that kind of line, change the topic of what they're fighting every now and then.
Well, knowing Guillermo del Toro, he will always come up with some. He would use it probably to make more like you could say fairy tale legends or other mythology. He don't have to bring. He don't have to bring back that Nazi and Rasputin. Now you could just create other characters and stuff like that be maybe brought in later.
Not to mention the guy who created the comic book series.
Mike Mignola.
What was his name?
Mike Mignola.
Yeah, he'll break the screenplay for this one with Guillermo del Toro.
Yep.
So, you know, it's like I hope they get together and do a third one. But there's one question that's lingering on my mind even right now after I've watched these first two movies. Why is it that it seems that all the threats to the world involving like apocalyptic things come out of Scotland and Ireland?
Ooh.
You know what?
It's in the drink. That's what it is.
Yeah, somebody says
that explains why all of them drink their sorrows away.
Yeah. What can I say, gentlemen and lady? But it's in the water, you know.
Yeah, because Hellboy was originally found in Scotland. He was the key to open up the thing to release the seven gods of chaos. Then you got the Golden Army sleeping out in Ireland. And it's like, what's going to be next? You know, they're going to go up against Nessie next. Is she going to?
Oh, you know, you never know. Yeah.
Release this garrison.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, we've talked about it. We've gone on a little bit about it. Let's go ahead and let's rate the sucker. Let's start with AJ out of 10. How do you rate Hellboy 2?
6.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was expecting that from you, but anyway, go on.
Phillip? You
Me?
next, Phillip.
Okay, well, I'm going to rate it a little bit higher than 6. I'm going to rate it a decent 8 because although the first movie is a lot more superior for me, I'll still give this one an 8. It's not bad.
Oh, okay. What about you, William?
I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a great movie. I mean, the only thing that beat it that year was, of course, The Dark Knight when it came out. That was it, to my knowledge.
Which is scary. Like I said, Roger Ebert even gave this film 3.5 stars out of 4.
Yeah.
So, okay. You next, Lady Neo, out of 10. How do you rate it?
I'm gonna give it a 9.5. It's good, but it's not as good as it's Hellboy 1.
Okay. What about you, Graham?
As stated earlier, I enjoyed this just as much as the first one. Two great movies in their own right. Different themes. 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a solid 8 myself because I still enjoy watching the movie. And also the battle choreography in this movie was astounding.
That's what sold it for me, the battle stuff. That's what sold it. Yeah.
You know, especially the work that was done by, the guy who played the prince. What's his name again?
Luke Goss.
Luke Goss. He did incredible as that character. He was so freaking intense that, he had you believing he was that guy, that prince, who's like, he thinks he's been wrong.
That actor should appear in Game of Thrones with the way he used that sword. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, we got to give out credit to the lady who played the princess. That was Anna Walton.
Yes.
Yep.
And she you don't hear much from her these days. It seems like and she did an incredible job in that movie, as did everybody else. And I'm really hoping they get a Hellboy 3 off the ground because I'd really enjoy it.
It was nominated for an Oscar and it won some Saturn Awards and other stuff too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's just amazing to me that a sequel didn't get made to this thing sooner, than even being thought of now 7 years later. Because it's an incredible. It's a fun ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to call it a night. By the way, I'm going to tell everyone right now, next time you see the Omega Files probably won't be till the night of the 19th. We're going to take the next 2 weeks off because we got some family stuff to deal with here along with other stuff. Plus the fact I was going to take Labor Day weekend off anyway because it's a holiday weekend and spend some time with the family and whatnot. So Well, so just think, next time we convene is going to be the night that Series 9 premieres.
Sign me up. Sign me up for that one.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna sign up as many people as we can get in here. Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll be there, Will. Don't worry.
Well, remember, you got a max limit, so you don't want to go. You don't want to do a 3-hour Omega Files.
we do for the premiere opening if it's that good as I'm hearing. So yeah, bring on 3 hours.
Here he goes again, hearing it from.
No,
Actually, I can honestly say I have read several reviews from various different things that were spoiler free. And every single one of them have said this is the best season opener since 2005 when the show came back.
Oh, yeah. Boom. Boom.
So it's going to have that much of an impact. Well, but that's a whole nother topic. So let's go ahead and let's say goodnight to everyone. Let's start with AJ.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, Lady Neo.
Bye.
Graham.
It's time to drink. I'll see you when the Magician's Apprentice airs, dearies.
Phlllip.
I've got space for you next to me in my bed. See you tonight.
And William.
Thank you for having me here. If you only knew what I'm going through.
I can't smile.
Oh, no. Well, can I have that drink of yours, please?
Well, folks, until 2 weeks from now, we'll see you all on the night of the Series 9 premiere. Take care.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.